Okay, so you've arrived on scene and now it's time to take and switch over to tank water. The first thing you're going to need to do is come over to the officer side of the tanker and we got to get the drop tank down. So the firefighters have already done that. It's a clip up. You'll just swing it right down, watching your fingers because it will slide down and hit the bottom of the rail. So watch your fingers when that happens. You'll now carry this over to behind the pumper. You're going to want to pay special attention as you're approaching the pumper about the contour of the land. There is a drain on here, and so as you open it up, go ahead and open it up, guys. You're going to need to pay attention to where the drain is. You do not want the drain on the uphill side. Now, right now it's on the uphill side because it's sitting right by firefighter here, so we want to make sure we rotate this, okay? Still on the uphill side. Weber would be on the downhill side right now. So there you are. That's better than where it was. Actually, let's go one more time and go down over there. That's very important because when you go to take down, you're going to be fighting this thing like there's nobody's business. Sometimes you're going to have this in a diamond shape in relation to the truck. Other times you'll have it in a square shape. Your biggest consideration is what is your access for the other trucks that are coming in to dump water? Sometimes a diamond will get you further away and they can pull right up to this area right here and dump without impacting the rest of this. Now we're going to have a couple of folks come on over here. We're going to deploy the jet siphon. Our siphon hose is on the opposite side of the pumper, so you'll go ahead and undo the Velcro straps. The person in front by the actual low-flow strainer has to pay special attention to the siphon hose. So he'll grab the hose and then he'll grab the handle and we'll go ahead and we'll deploy this into the tank. Over here, Russ. You're going to want to deploy it at an angle for a couple of reasons. Now, Rick, you got to maneuver it so that we can get connected over there. So you go ahead and maneuver to where you need to be to get connected. We're connecting it, in this case, to the rear intake. The rear intake is going to be our primary connection point whenever possible. And you'll have to struggle a little bit with the hose. If you have help, it's a great way to do it. Now, this is an intake, so we use a rubber mallet on all intakes. Never on a discharge, but always on an intake. And that's in the chock drawers where you're going to find that. So he'll go ahead and he'll utilize the rubber mallet on the arms of that, tightening it down so that there's no airflow in there. We want the siphon to be at an angle, not directly out back, and the reason for that is, number one, we have a siphon hose that we need to connect to a discharge. Number two, when you have a tank dumping water in there, it can create a disruption in the water, which will actually impact your siphoning, and you may end up losing prime. That's happened to us on scene a couple of times. So deploy it at an angle over to this side of the strainer, or to this side of the tank, and then you won't be impacted by that. Next, you'll take the siphon hose, and you'll go ahead and you'll bring it up to the front, and you'll put it onto an open discharge. In this particular case, discharge number 3 is open. So you're going to want to go ahead and connect it to there. Now this is a discharge, so we don't need to torque it down as much like we would a siphon. Alright, now you're ready to switch to tank water, and we'll go through that in a minute.